What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of my MLB The Show 24 Mariners CaP franchise series. I control the Mariners. We have about almost 40 creative players from our Twitch and YouTube community that we will interject into this franchise series and also follow their careers along. My name is West Coast 22. I appreciate you being here. This episode is going to be the off-season episode for Season 5. We have been shit. Very, very simply put, we have been shit. But remember, we have rules that we have to play by. So we can't just go make a bunch of trades and go try to be the best team ever. We have to try and build our team a certain way, and it's going to take some time. I did think that we would be better for 4 years in, but yeah, we're not. Our budget's $150 million of player salary a year. We are a little bit low on that because I know Gilbert and Kirby are coming up soon and they're going to want a big chunk of money. On top of that as well, we can only make one trade a year. We did make a trade last year, or I guess this year, Season 4. So we can make a trade in Season 5. It's just up to me. Do I want to do in the off season or do I want to do before the trading deadline? So before we really go into anything here, we're gonna send him to the off season because that's what we're gonna do here. We do need a new pitching coach. None of our players retire, so that's good. But look at the guys we have: Gilbert, Mooney, and Dumper, all needing contracts. So kind of what I was expecting. It's why I was kind of saving some money. Pitching clutch. Stephen Voigt is our pitching coach. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Exclusive free agent. We do want to sign some of these guys here. We knew Gilbert was gonna want a lot of money. So we look at our budget here before we signed anybody. We have $100 million to mess with this year. Again, we have Kirby coming up next year. We have both of our creative players coming up in 2 years. So, man, these next couple of years, we're going to have some choices to make. So this is kind of why I'm saving money on purpose and not going crazy. We cannot spend on free agency, so that's why we have to kind of save our own players and the guys that we draft. So here, we are going to give Logan Gilbert a lot of money here. Granted, he is 30, and he's not killing it. So we're not going to give him a super long-term deal, but he does want $20 million a year. And I think that I can manage with giving him like 21 and a half. Don't know if he would do it. It's right around the QO money, so maybe not. Mooney is 29. He's been pretty freaking solid the past 2 years, so I do want to sign him. He wants $8 million a year. We're probably gonna have to go up to 9. Dumper is 31. He has yet to regress. I think Harry Ford is better, but I don't think we have another catcher. We do not. We have Herrera, but we do not have a good catcher. So we need to get a catcher rolling here pretty badly. The drafts have been pretty poor lately. Which makes me not very happy, but it is what it is. So because of that, we do need to sign Big Dumper. He doesn't want a ton of money, which is good. I'll probably just give him a couple years and see if he'll take it. Gabe Spires, 32. He's not regressing quite yet. He is a lefty, and he's doing well for us. So let's kind of give him some too. Remember, we have the money to deal with here, so... 32, and he's getting better, so he is a late bloomer-ish. He played 64 games for us this year. Are we going to need him? No. We have 2 first basemen that are kind of the exact same thing, and Clemente right behind him. So we do not need Michael Chavis. Bowman and Webb are pretty much the same players. You look at this really bad defense, but they can hit decently well. I drafted pretty much identical first baseman in back-to-back, which means I do not need Chavis anymore. So we're going to let him go. because I know he's going to want a little bit of chunk, and he's just going to sit in AAA, so no thanks. Now, will we sign these 4? I don't think so. I think we might get 2 of them right now, and then it might be a waiting game. So that might be pretty fun. All right. So let's sim a little bit here. Sim 3 days. Nobody has signed with us yet. Neither has our pitching coach. Somebody passed us? Well then. I'll grab somebody else then. I'm not going to battle for him. Get out of here. Stop simulating. Yes. Let's go see. One person signed, and that's Spire. Gilbert, Munoz, and Raleigh have not signed yet. Makes me a little nervous. But there's not much we can do about it. Not much we can do. So does that technically put him as a free agent? It does. Well, because these guys were mine, I can still try to get them. Just because they didn't sign in a 4-day period. So I can still get them. I can still battle for them because they're still mine. So we'll see how that works out. 40-man roster, we will do a little bit later. Salary arbitration, we do have some things to choose from here. Yeah, there's a good chunk. There's 9. Give me a second. I'm going to go through the arbitration. I was debating whether just to keep it live and not cut it. But these aren't really the most important guys, so there won't be that much to discuss. But I do need to go check the roster and go look around. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you, and we will look at the arbitration players, who we will keep, who we will offer, and who we will send packing. All right, so the arbitration, we are back. Didn't do too much, though. A lot of this stuff I really did for depth, just because I know I have a little bit of money to mess with this year. So Rayleigh, Clase, Joyce, Haggerty, Adcock, and Saucedo. We're just going to offer 1-year deals. If they don't sign, we'll offer them arbitration. But majority of these guys played on the major league team last year. So they give us a little bit of depth. They're not the best players, but a little bit of depth is good. Voth and Thornton, both are 61-60. They only played in AAA. Not even worth our time. So that's what we're going to do for the arbitration. For the tender contracts, though, this is going to be a little bit different. This one, all the renewable contracts that we have to offer, which is nice, and we're just going to renew them. Although some of these I might offer long-term just to get it done with. But just like we did with the arbitration, give me, I don't know, it'll take me about 5 or 10 minutes. For you guys, you will see it in about 5 seconds. All right, we are back. Nothing too crazy. The top 3 here, I am going to buy out their renewable years just so I don't have to do this again next year. Of course, and I'm going to buy out his next 3 renewable years, again, just so I don't have to. But everyone else is pretty much just a basic 1-year deal. They're either rookies. I think only a couple of them wanted more than the bare minimum. And I renewed about 7 or 8 guys. So you may have seen people on the list that are now not on the list because I just renewed them. So pretty simple here. This is the important thing here. We have to keep an eye on Gilbert, Mooney, and Dumper and keep them. Adley to the Phillies. We got Stephen Voigt. So even though we were second, we still got him. Oh, okay. I guess. Okay, that's going to be the most annoying thing, is to have to go back and make sure that I don't miss any other team jumping in here. Because I believe they can. Yeah, I believe they can. So I have to be careful. I've done this before where I've skipped an extra day. McClanahan to the Cards. Where I've skipped an extra day and somebody jumped in. I didn't notice it and they got signed. Very, very bad. So this is a little tedious and annoying to do that. Jackson Kowar is the last one to go. And Luke Rayleigh's the last one. So Rayleigh and Jackson Kowar. And then it's just free agency that we have to pay attention to. See, we can look here and it says it on the right, the pending offers, but it doesn't say if anybody else has tried to jump in. So that's why I have to go in every single time and know it to the potties. Would you like to stop? Yes, because I need to do my 40 man. All right, so for 40 man roster, we have 5 open spots. Coar and Walter Ford are really the only two that I could lose. That if I did, I don't really care. But I'm going to do it just so I don't lose them. Oh, that was the wrong Ford. I have too many Fords on this team and too many Walters. That's okay. Johnny Farmello too. There's no chance Farmello. No, I'm not even gonna take the risk. There's no way Farmello gets taken or any of those guys get taken. So we're okay there. We did sign Gilbert, so there we go. We get Gilbert 3 years on $21.5 million. Not crazy, not long term, but that's where we're headed. We do see we have teams coming in for Munoz here. We might have to up our offer to try and keep him, which I really did not want to do. But he is a commodity, and I don't want to lose him. 33 for 4. Even if we have the best offer, we still might lose him. So this is why I was a little bummed that he did not sign in the exclusive period. I'm going to have to bump him up. Again, that does not mean that I'm going to get him. It just doesn't. Would you like to stop? Yes, just to make sure that... All right, so no one that I have to offer arbitration to. We're good. I mean, we're still leading for Munoz, but that doesn't mean anything. He could sign with the Red Sox or the Tigers if he wants to play for them instead. Even if I cranked the offer up, which I don't really want to do, he still might sign with them. So he signed with somebody. All right, so we kept him. Thank God. 4 years, 9 minutes. That is a lot of money for a closer. But our bullpen's very bad, and we have money in the near, somewhat future. So I think we're okay there, but good Lord. And now here come other teams that want Dumper. Oh, I love Dumper. But I don't know if he is like outside of power versus right and defense. The dude's not a good hitter. He can't hit lefties. He can only hit power against righties, which is probably the majority of what he sees. I wish we could see splits. I wish we could see splits. Maybe we can. No, we cannot. Man, do we just hope that Dumper will sign with us? If he doesn't, he doesn't. I love Cal Raleigh, but he's 31. Do we really want to push him to 3 years for $8 million? I mean, he's not a good hitter. He just goes deep and drives him runs, but he doesn't get on base. His OPS is not even 7. What's his WAR? Because he has good defense too. He's going down in WAR, only a 1.7 WAR. God, dude, I'm just gonna keep it. If we lose him, we lose him. It just means Harry Ford's our everyday guy. It sucks, but Suzuki Duran goes to the Rangers. Cool. Love seeing him in my division. That's fun. He signed somewhere. Okay. We kept him for 2 years, just under $8 million. I will take it. Again, he's not the greatest, but if he can drive in 100 runs, I'm down. So, contracts done. Arbitration done. Free agency done. Yeah, there's really nothing else for us to do here. Joe Ryan, Lang. Royals want to trade. They want my shortstop prospect, and they want to give me garbage. That's fun. Perdomo to the Tigers. Bryson Stott to the Royals. Christian Javier leaves our division, goes to the Cubs. Yandy Diaz on a 1-year deal. 36-year-old Yandy to the Yankees. And here comes the draft lottery. We have the 10 best odds. Can we get lucky somehow? I feel like there's always a team that gets lucky. Can we be the one to get lucky for the first time? Can we have some draft lottery luck? And we don't, we actually go down. Oh, the draft lottery is always against us, man. The Cubs, with our same record, jumps up 5 spots. And we sit at 11th. And the Tigers move up from 4th to 1 to take the number 1 pick. The top picks drop 2, 3, 4, so that's not too bad. But yeah, again, another draft lottery comes and goes, and we have 0 luck. The Rule 5 drafts, JJ Bleday gets chosen. That's interesting. I guess our 40-man's full, so it's not even giving us an option for a pick. Not that we could pick one anyways, but it's okay. Eddie Diaz to the Royals. Mackenzie Gore to the A's. Reed Detmers to the A's. Man, the A's are just picking up the scraps. Just what they do in real life. Hey, can the AL West stop signing guys? That'd be great. That'd be fantastic if the AL West would stop signing dudes. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Nope. All right, we are here in spring training. We are here in spring training. So, because of that, we have something to do. We do have one new cap that we are going to add to this situation. We do have one new cap that we get to add, and it will be Tristan Clark. He will be the new cap to the franchise. We only had one person fill out the Google form between these seasons, so he is the only one that will be added. We have some teams that are unable to sign any more creative players. The Cubs are out. The Astros are out. The Brewers are out. And that looks to be it. So those 3 teams, or 4 including me, 4 including me, are out. So let's find out where Tristan Clark is going. Let's get the team draft wheel up and running and see where the fate of Mr. Clark lands. As usual, y'all know how this works. This will be the team that he will enter up into. Tristan Clark, you are a Baltimore Oriole, and that will be their 3rd player to join the Orioles cap. So they are done as well at number 3. Let's figure out what his potential will be. See the numbers right there, 99 all the way down to 85. Tristan Clark and his potential, 96 for Mr. Clark. Baltimore, their current 2 caps are both in the 80s. So this will be a welcome sight for the Orioles in the American League East as they pick up a 96 potential creative player. All right, now we need to go actually put him on a team here. I'm going the wrong way. We are going to go find Baltimore. There they are. And Tristan Clark wants to be a starting pitcher. So this one's going to be a little bit interesting. Pitchers are always fun to do. We are going to pick Joel Cortez because he's absolute donkey. And he's young. So it'll be a pretty fair switch here. Give me a second. Let me add Tristan Clark to the Baltimore Orioles. And there we go. Tristan Clark, the new addition to the Baltimore Orioles. 69 overall. Same attributes. Sometimes they're 69, sometimes they're 70. Don't know why. That's just the way it goes, but everything else is the same. 18 years old. They will grow, but with a 96 potential, they should be an absolute banger. A lot of room to develop as they're the 12th, 13th best pitcher or so, maybe even 14th. So plenty of time to grow for Tristan Clark. Now that we have that figured out, we will not sim to the regular season. Like always, I sim to the end of spring training. Then before we move on, I like to set my rosters. So that is what we are going to do here. Give me 1 second. Let me set my rosters before we head into the start of the season. We'll set my rosters. We'll look at the top 100 prospects. We'll see what's going on there. But let me set my Major League, AAA, then AA rosters so the computer doesn't do it for me and fuck things up. All right, here is our roster here. I believe everything is set appropriately. 26 in the majors, 20 in AAA, but we have 6 on waivers because they are out of options, so they should float right in. And 26 in AA, and then we have 11 in single A. If we look at our single A roster, I mean, we have some good prospects. They're just not ready to play yet. Joe Lane maybe would be someone that I want to bring up. Is there anybody in AA in the outfield that I really could give two shits if they're up? Probably Polkovich is one. And Hogan Windish. All right, so let's move him out. Joe Lane can come up. He can get some at-bats here because he's 19. He has an actual future. So that's what we have here. If we go to our top prospects here, Dak Adamson is still number 1. Don't know if he made the Major League roster yet. Again, this is before we go to the regular season. So let's actually do that first. Let's sim to the regular season because my stuff is set. Let's go look at transactions just to be sure. 327 was the last. Sim to the regular season. Here we go. Let's just double check. Doesn't look like anything is new. That's great. Nothing looks to be new. So that's good. Looks like they promoted some of their own people, though. What? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is where we are. Okay, now we'll go to top prospects. Dak Adamson did not make the squad out of spring training. He will start in AAA. Tristan Clark, the brand new cap that we just added, will be in AA. Any other? Donnie Savior is still in AAA for the Brewers. Not doing well, by the way. 3 years, and he's actually gotten worse. So that's very odd. Max Clark. I'm trying to... Lynn Howard in AAA did not make the majors quite yet. Tim Ito is also in AAA. Did not make the Pirates roster out of spring training. I believe that is all of the caps. Everyone else should be on a major league roster. So that is fun. But that is what the offseason will look like. And look who we are starting the year off against. Our guy, our former ace, Luis Castillo, gets to come into T-Mobile Park to face us in the opening series. Well, welcome home, my dude. We go to our budget. See, we still have $35 million to mess with, but George Kirby is going to want to get paid next year. Cumbest gets paid in 2 years. Fister Furbush gets paid in 2 years. Maybe Bryce. Maybe Brian Wu. So we have some stuff. But to be honest, I'm a little concerned with our future. I'm not going to lie to you. We have not been able to draft good starting pitching. We have some, but it's not electric. Our bullpen is very, very garbage. We were able to get Reed and Davila, so we have something in our closer role. We have no long-term catchers. Herrera's done nothing. We're okay with first baseman. Second baseman. I mean, we have Cole Emerson. He's young, but we have nobody long term. Third base, Furbush. Have Jernigan that we just drafted. Okay. Shortstop, we have 3 very young shortstops, so I'm not concerned about that. But eventually, we are going to need to get somebody going. We're trying to really hit the outfield, but it's been kind of a struggle. It's been a little bit of a struggle. Paul Christian's already 25 years old. We really don't have anybody there. Bucky Yang, Julio, and Corson. Julio's already 27, man. Remember, this is 2027, so Julio's getting up there in age. We still have him under contract for 7 more years, so we're good there. And we have Corson, and we have Bucky, so we have somebody, and Farmello. Right field, we have some Bs, but we have just not been able to get a bunch of prospects to where I feel comfortable for the long term. So, and again, I'm going to mention, I think it is because of all the creative players in this series. The drafts have been really, really poor. There has not been a lot of high potential players. And I think it's because the game recognizes that we have a lot of prospects already. So they dumb down the draft a little bit. Not confirmed, but that's what I think is going on. But time will tell. Time will tell. But that's going to be it, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for checking out this episode of the off season. And we added the new creative player from our YouTube community. Next episode, we'll be scouting all the way up until the draft day. Hopefully the draft is a little bit better as we do have the number 11 pick. So I'm hoping we can get a little bit of luck there. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the series. And again, if you want to get your creative player into this franchise series, all you got to do is fill out the Google form. And we will get you in the very next spring training that we can. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next one.